Madison Duren, and I will be performing as Beatrice from Act 4, Scene 1, from Much Ado About Nothing, followed by Sonnet 116. Is he not approved in the height, a villain that hath slandered, scorned, and dishonored my kinswoman? Oh, that I were a man! What bear her in hand until they come to take hands, and then with public accusation, uncovered slander, unmitigated rancor, oh God, that I were a man! I would eat his heart in the marketplace. Talk with a man out at a window, a proper saying. Sweet hero, she's wronged, she's slandered, she's undone. Princes and counties, a princely testimony, a goodly count, confecta, sweet gallant, surely, oh, that I were a man for his sake. Or that I had a friend would be a man for my sake. But manhood is melted into curtsies, valor into compliment, and men are only turned into tongue. And trim ones too. He is now as valiant as Hercules, that only tells a lie and swears it. I cannot be a man with wishing. Therefore, I will die a woman with grieving. Let me not to the marriage of true minds admit impediments. Love is not love which alters when an alteration finds, or bends with the remover to remove. Oh no, it is an ever-fixed mark that looks on tempests and is never shaken. It is the star to every wandering bark whose worth is unknown, although his height be taken. Love's not time's fool, though rosy lips and cheeks within his bending sickle's compass come. Love alters not with his brief hours and weeks, but bears it out, even to the edge of doom. If this be error, and upon me proved, I never writ, nor no man ever loved.
Hi, my name is Grace Bostock, and I'll be performing Macbeth's monologue from Act 2, Scene 1 of Macbeth, followed by Sonnet 104. Is this a dagger that I see before me? The handle towards my hand. Come, let me clutch thee. I have thee not, and yet I see thee still. Art thou not fatal vision, sensible to feeling as to sight? Or art thou but a dagger of the mind? A false creation proceeding from the heat oppressed brain. I see thee yet, in form as palpable as this which now I draw. Thou marshallest me the way that I was going, and such an instrument I was to use. Mine eyes are made the fools of all the other senses, or else worth all the rest. I see thee yet, and on thy blade and dungeon, gouts of blood which were not so before. There's no such thing. It is the bloody business which informs thus to mine eyes. I go, and it is done. The bell invites me. Hear it not, Duncan, for it is a knell that summons thee to heaven. Or to hell. To me, fair friend, you never can be old, For as you were when first your eye I eyed, such seems your beauty still. 3 winters cold have from the forests shook 3 summers' pride. 3 beauteous springs to yellow autumn turned. In process of the seasons have I seen sweet April perfumes in 3 hot Junes burned. Since first I saw you fresh, which yet are green. Ah, yet doth beauty like a time hand steal from his figure, and no pace perceived. So your sweet hue, which methinks doth still stand, hath motion. Line.
And mine eye may be deceived.
And mine eye may be deceived. For fear of which, hear this, thou age unbred. Ere you were born, was beauty's summer bed.
My name is Susie Halemano, and today I will be performing Sonnet 76, followed by Cleopatra's monologue from Antony and Cleopatra, Act 5, Scene 2. Why is my verse so barren of new pride? So far from variation or quick change? Why with the time do I not glance aside to newfound methods and compounds strange? Why write I, all one, ever the same, and keep invention in a noted weed that every word doth almost tell my name, showing their birth and where they did proceed? Oh no, sweet love, I will always write of you, and you and love are still my argument. So my best is dressing old words new, spending again what has already been spent. But as the sun is daily, new and old, so is my love, still telling what is told. O Caesar, what a wounding shame is this, that thou, vouchsafing here to visit me, doing the honor of thy lordliness to one so meek, that mine own servant should parcel the sum of my disgraces by addition of his envy. Say, good Caesar, that I some lady trifles have reserved, imminent toys, things of such dignity, as we greet modern friends withal and say, some nobler token I have kept apart for Livia and Octavia. To induce their mediation, must I be enfolded with one that I have bred? The gods, it smites me beneath the fall I have. Prithee, go hence, or I shall show the cinders of my spirits through the ashes of my chance. Wert thou a man, thou wouldst have mercy on me.
Hello, my name is Hailey Akau, and I will be performing Sonnet 65, followed by Viola's monologue from Twelfth Night. Since brass, nor stone, nor earth, nor boundless sea, with sad mortality o'ersways their power, how with this rage can beauty hold a plea, whose action is no stronger than a flower? Oh, how shall summer's honey breath hold out against the wrackful siege of battering days, when rocks impregnable are not so stout, nor gates of steel so strong, but time decays? O fearful meditation, where, alack, shall time's best jewel from time's chest lie hid? or what strong hand can hold his swift foot back, or who his spoil of beauty can forbid? Oh, none. Unless this miracle have might, that in black ink my love may still shine bright. I left no ring with her. What means this lady? Fortune forbid my outside have not charmed her. She made good view of me, indeed, so much that sure methought her eyes had lost her tongue. For she did speak in starts, distractedly. She loves me, sure. The cunning of her passion invites me in this churlish messenger. None of my lord's ring. Why, he sent her none. I am the man. If it be so, as 'tis. Poor lady, she were better live a dream. Disguise. I see thou art a wickedness wherein the pregnant enemy does much. How will this fadge? My master loves her dearly, and I, poor monster, fond as much on him. And she, mistaken, seems to dote on me. What will become of this? As I am man, my state is desperate for my master's love, as I am woman now. Alas the day, what thriftless sighs shall poor Olivia breathe? O time, thou must untangle this, not I, for it is too hard a knot for me to untie. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jessica Brenes. I'll first be performing Helena's monologue in Midsummer's Night's Dream, Act 1, Scene 1, followed by Sonnet 98. How happy some or other some can be! Through Athens, I am thought as fair as she. But what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. He will not know what all but he do know. And as he errs, doting on Hermia's eyes, so I, admiring of his qualities, things base and vile, holding no quantity. Love can transpose to form and dignity. A love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind. And therefore is winged Cupid painted blind. Nor has love's mind of any judgment taste. Wings and no eyes, figure unheedy haste. And therefore is love said to be a child, because in choice he is so oft beguiled, as waggish boys in game themselves forswear, so the boy love is perjured everywhere. For ere Demetrius looked on Hermia's eye, he hailed down oaths that he was only mine. And when this hail some heat from Hermia felt, so he dissolved, and showers of oaths did melt. I will go tell him of fair Hermia's flight. From you have I been absent in the spring, when proud-pied April, dressed all in his trim, hath put a spirit of youth in everything. That heavy Saturn laughed and left with him. Yet nor the lays of birds, nor the sweet smell of different flowers in odor and in hue could make me any summer story tell, or from their proud lap pluck them where they grew. Nor did I wonder at the lily's white, nor praise the deep vermilion in the rose. They were but sweet, but figures of delight, drawn after you. You pattern of all those. Yet seemed it winter still, and you away. As with your shadow, I with these did play.
Hi, my name is Xander Vandenberg, and I will be performing Sebastian's monologue from Act 4, Scene 3 of Twelfth Night, followed by Sonnet 80. This is the air. That is the glorious sun. This pro she gave me. I do feel it, and see it. And though 'tis wonder that enwraps me thus, yet 'tis not madness. Where's Antonio then? His counsel might now do me golden service. For though my soul disputes well with my sense that this may be some error, but no madness, yet doth this accident and flood of fortune so far exceed all instance, all discourse, that I am ready to distrust mine eyes and wrangle with my reason that persuades me to any other trust but that I am mad. Or else the lady's mad. Yet, if 'twere so, she could not sway her house, command her followers, take and give back affairs and their dispatch with such smooth, discreet, and stable bearing as I perceive she does. There's something in't that is deceivable. But here the lady comes. Oh, how I faint when I of you do right, knowing a better spirit doth use your name, and in the praise thereof spends all his might to make me tongue-tied, speaking of your fame. For though your worth wide as the ocean is, the humble as the proudest sail doth bear, my saucy bark inferior far to his, when your broad main doth wilfully appear. Your shallowest help will hold me up afloat, whilst he upon your soundless deep doth ride. Or, being racked, I am a worthless boat, he of tall building and goodly pride. And if he thrive and I be cast away, the worst was this: my love is my decay. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Iris Riverstone, and I will be performing Sonnet 30, followed by Romeo's monologue from Romeo and Juliet, Act 3, Scene 3. When to the sessions of sweet silent thought I summon up remembrance of things past, I sigh the lack of many a thing I sought, and with old woes new wail my dear time's waste. Then can I drown an eye unused to flow for precious friends hid in death's dateless night, and weep afresh love's long since cancelled woe, and moan the expense of many a vanished sight. Then can I grieve at grievances foregone, and heavily from woe to woe tell o'er the sad account of fore-bemoaned moan, which I knew pay as if not paid before. But if the while I think on thee, dear friend, all losses are restored and sorrows end. 'Tis torture, and not mercy. Heaven is here, where Juliet lives, and every cat and dog and unworthy creature live here in heaven and may look on her. But Romeo may not. More validity, more honor, lives in carrion flies than Romeo. They may seize on the white wonder of dear Juliet's hand, and steal immortal blessing from her lips, who even in pure and vestal modesty still blush as thinking their own kisses sin. But Romeo may not. He is banished. Flies may do this, but I from this must fly. They are free men, but I am banished. And sayest thou yet that exile is not death? Hast thou no poison ready mix, no sharp ground knife, no sudden means of death, though ne'er so mean, but banished to kill me? Banished? Oh, friar, the damned use that word in hell. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Chris Teves. I'll be performing Sonnet 14, followed by Malvolio from Twelfth Night, Act 3, Scene 4. Not from the stars do I my judgment pluck, and yet, methinks I have astronomy, but not to tell of good or evil luck, of plagues, of dearths, or seasons' quality. Nor can I fortune to brief minutes tell, pointing to each his thunder, rain, and wind, or say with princes, if it shall go well, by oft predict that I in heaven find. But from thine eyes my knowledge I derive, and constant stars, in them I read such art, as truth and beauty shall together thrive, if from thyself to store thou wouldst convert. Or else of thee this I prognosticate, thy end is truth's and beauty's doom and date. Oh ho, do you come near me now? No worse man than Sir Toby to look to me. This concurs directly with the letter. She sends him on purpose that I may appear stubborn to him, for she incites me to that in the letter. Cast thy humble sloth, says she, be opposite with the kinsman, surly with servants. Let thy tongue tang with arguments of state. Put thyself into the trick of singularity, and consequently sets down the manner how, as a sad face, a reverend carriage, a slow tongue, in the habit of some sir of note, and so forth. I have lined her. But it is Jove's doing, and Jove make me thankful. And when she went just now, let this fellow be looked to. Fellow, not Malvolio, nor after my degree, but fellow. Why, everything adheres together. Then no dram of a scruple, no scruple of a scruple, no obstacle, no incredulous or unsafe circumstance. What can be said? Nothing that can be can come between me and the full prospect of my hopes. Well, Jove, not I, is the doer of this, and he is to be thanked. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Tierney, and I'll be reciting Sonnet 64, followed by Miranda's monologue from The Tempest, Act 3, Scene 1. When I have seen, by time's fell hand defaced, the rich, proud cost of outworn buried age, when sometime lofty towers I see town raised, and brass eternal, slave to mortal rage, when I have seen the hungry ocean gain advantage on the kingdom of the shore, and the firm soil wind of the watery main, increasing store with loss, and loss with store. seen such interchange of state or state itself confounded to decay. Ruin hath taught me thus to ruminate that time will come and take my love away. This thought is as a death which cannot choose but weep to have that which it fears to lose. I do not know one of my sex, no woman's face remember, save from my glass mine own. Nor have I seen more that I may call men than you, good friend, and my dear father. How features are abroad, I am skilless of, but by my modesty, the jewel of my dower, I would not wish any companion in the world but you. Nor can imagination form a shape besides yourself to like of. But I prattle something too wildly, and my father's precepts I there do forget. I am a fool to weep at what I am glad of. But this is trifling, and all the more it seeks to hide itself, the bigger bulk it shows. Hence, bashful cunning and prompt me, plain and holy innocence. I am your wife, if you will marry me. If not, I'll die your maid. To be your fellow, you may deny me, but I will be your servant, whether you will or no. Thank you.
My name is Steve Armas, and I will be performing Theseus' monologue from A Midsummer Night's Dream, Act 5, Scene 1, followed by Sonnet 138. More strange than true, I never may believe these antique fables, nor these fairy toys. Lovers and madmen have such seething brains, such shaping fantasies that apprehend more than cool reason ever comprehends. The lunatic, the lover, and the poet are of imagination all compact. One sees more devils than vast hell can hold, that is the madman. The lover, all is frantic, sees Helen's beauty in a brow of Egypt. The poet's eye, in a fine frenzy rolling, doth glance from heaven to earth, from earth to heaven, and as imagination bodies forth the forms of things unknown, the poet's pen turns them to shapes, and gives to airy nothing a local habitation and a name. Such tricks hath strong imagination that, if it would but apprehend some joy, it comprehends some bringer of that joy. Or in the night, imagining some fear, how easy is a bush supposed a bear. When my love swears that she is made of truth, I do believe her, though I know she lies, that she might think me some untutored youth, unlearned in the world's false subtleties. Thus, vainly thinking that she thinks me young, though she knows my days are past the best. Simply I credit her false-speaking tongue. On both sides thus is simple truth suppressed. But wherefore says not she that she is unjust? And wherefore say not I that I am old? Oh, love's best habit is in seeming trust, and age in love loves not to have years told. Therefore I lie with her, and she with me, and in our faults by lies we flattered be.
Hello, my name is Iris Sloan, and I will be performing Sonnet 65, followed by Julia's monologue, Act 1, Scene 2, from The Two Gentlemen of Verona. Since brass or stone, nor earth, nor boundless sea, but a sad mortality o'ersways their power. How with this rage shall beauty hold a plea, whose action is no stronger than a flower? Oh, how shall summer's honey breath hold out against the wrackful siege of battering days, when rocks impregnable are not so stout, nor gates of steel so strong, but time decays? Oh, fearful meditation, where, alack, shall time's best jewel from time's chest lie hid? Or what strong hand can hold his swift foot back? Or who his spoil of beauty can forbid? Oh, none, unless this miracle have might, that in black ink my love may still shine bright. Oh, hateful hands to tear such loving words! I'll kiss each several paper for amends. Look, here is writ, kind Julia, unkind Julia, as in revenge of thy ingratitude, I threw thy name against the bruising stones, trampling contemptuously on thy disdain. And here is writ, love-wounded Proteus, poor wounded name, my bosom as a bed shall lodge thee till thy wound be surely healed, and thus I search it with thy sovereign kiss. But twice or thrice was Proteus written down. Be calm, good wind, blow not a word away, till I have found each letter in the letter, except mine own name. Lo, here in one line is his name twice writ. Poor, forlorn Proteus, passionate Proteus, to thee, sweet Julia, that I'll tear away. And yet I will not, sis so prettily, he couples it to his complaining names. Thus will I fold them one upon the other. Now kiss, embrace, contend, do what you will. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Nicole Query, and I will be performing Mercutio's monologue from Act 1, Scene 4 of Romeo and Juliet, followed by Sonnet 138. Oh, and I see Queen Mab hath been with you. She is the fairy's midwife, and she comes to stay no bigger than an agate stone on the forefinger, alderman, drawn with a team of this'll act me over men's noses as they lie asleep. And in this state, she gallops night by night through lovers' brains, and then they dream of love. On courters' knees that dream on curtsies straight, or ladies' lips who straight on kisses dream, which oft the angry Mab with blisters plagues because their breaths. With sweetmeats tainted are, and sometimes comes she with a tight pig's tail, tickling the parson's nose as he lies asleep. Then he dreams of another benefice. Sometime she driveth her a soldier's neck. Then dreams he of cutting foreign throats, of breeches, and muscato Spanish blades, of house 5 fathom deep, and on drums in his ear, which he starts and wakes and being thus frightened, swears a prayer or two, and sleeps again. When my love swears to me that she is young, I do believe her, though I know she lies, that she might think me some untutored youth, unlearned by the world's false subtleties. Thus vainly thinking that she thinks me young, although she knows my days past the best. Simply I credit her false-speaking tongue. On both sides that simple truth is suppressed. But wherefore says she is not unjust, And wherefore says not that I am old. Oh, love's best habit is in seeming trust, and the age loves love not to have years told. Therefore I lie with her, and she with me, and in our faults by lies we flatter thee. Thank you.
My name is Ari Dalbert, and I will be performing sonnet number 144, followed by Mercutio's monologue from Act 2, Scene 4 of Romeo and Juliet. Two loves I have, of comfort and despair, which, like two spirits, do suggest me still. The better angel is a man right fair, the worser spirit is a woman colored ill. Line. To win me soon to hell, my female evil, tempteth my better angel from my side. Line. And would corrupt my saint to be a devil, wooing his purity with their foul pride. Why?
And whether that my angel be turned fiend.
And whether that my angel be turned fiend, suspect I may, but not directly tell. But being both from me, both to each friend, I guess one angel in another's hell. Yet this shall I ne'er know, but live in doubt, till my bad angel fire my good one out. Alas, poor Romeo, he is already dead, stabbed with a white wench's black eye, run through the ear with a love song, the very pin of his heart cleft with the blind bow boy's butt shaft. And is he a man to encounter Tybalt? He fights as you sing prick song, keeps time, distance, and proportion. He rests his minim, rests. 1, 2, and the third in your bosom. The very butcher of a silk button, a duelist, a gentleman of the very first house of the first and second cause. Ah, the immortal passado, the punto reverso, the high! The parts of such antic, lisping, affecting phantasms, these tuners of accent, by Jesu, a very good blade, a very tall man, a very good whore. Why is not this a lamentable thing, grandsire, that we should be thus afflicted with these strange flies, these fashion mongers, these pardon me's, who stand so much on the new form that they cannot sit at ease on the old bench? Oh, their bones, their bones!
First place goes to Chris Teves. We're gonna swap books with Chris. We have an even more special leather representation.